Erik Ten Hag has been sacked as Manchester United manager after 2.5 years at Manchester United, winning two trophies, one Carabao Cup and then one FA Cup. Thought he was going to be sacked by the end of last season, but he amazingly won the FA Cup from the best Premier League coach, the best coach in the world, Pep Guardiola. And so Ineos thought it wise to retain him, and then Ineos went further on to invest in him, give him more players, and make sure that at least he can perform in the Premier League. But the result in the Premier League hasn't been good. Very, very bad returns. He leads Manchester United on the 14th position in the Premier League, and I think he's won probably 2 or 3 games in his last like 10 games or so. He's been very bad this season, especially when players like Mazraoui, De Ligt, Lenny Yoro, Manchester United board really backed him, and they were expecting that at least even gave him a number 9 too in Zexi, but nothing is working for him now, and so he's been sacked. The sad thing of all is Man United are playing really, really bad football, especially when the club invested in him. At least play an attractive brand of football. When Ineos took over, they said they wanted to be like Real Madrid or Man City. At least play an attractive brand of football. If the wins don't come, they'll be okay. United having won in the Europa League this season, United are playing an abysmal style of football. Spurs came to the Old Trafford and beat Erik Ten Hag 3-0. And Erik Ten Hag also went into the game against Galatasaray with Mazraoui, who's a fullback, to playing as a number 10 in the game. I mean, the things that he does is weird, bizarre tactics. Nobody understands him. I mean, oh my God, he has one of the best pool of players in Europe now, and he is still unable to gel the team together. The interim appointment is Rúben Van Nistelrooy will be the interim manager for Man United now, and I mean, he was manager for PSV, and from PSV he came to United to help Ten Hag, and I mean, everybody knew that if Ten Hag was sacked, a former United player, and see what he can also do. For all you know, maybe Rúben Van Nistelrooy can get the team together, get the team playing good football again, and seeing whether United can be part of at least the top 4. Maybe just as Arteta came back to help Arsenal, and Arsenal are performing well now, maybe Rúben Van Nistelrooy is going to be the helper for Man United now, a former Man United player. We get to see what he has in him. We get to see what he has in his Arsenal. I think his next game is going to be the game against Chelsea. We get to see whether it's going to be another Ole Gunnar Solskjaer or it's going to be another Ralf Rangnick. Time will tell. One thing that Ten Hag never really got right was his midfield balance. Anytime United were set up on the field, they didn't get to play any brand of football. You don't know what they stood for. They were no more the transition team that we knew of or we got to know under Erik Ten Hag. Their midfield were almost overrun. Look at how Tottenham Hotspur destroyed them in their own stadium. Like, nothing works. If he picks a lineup, the lineup doesn't work. And he always almost often blames it on injuries. He's not the only club in the Premier League going through injuries now. Manchester City doesn't have Rúben, Kevin De Bruyne, Kyle Walker, and they are still getting results. So there were so many excuses that were offered by Erik Ten Hag, but it still didn't make any sense. It still didn't yield any fruit. It was just talking like any guy is talking, and I mean, he deserves to be sacked. One of the saddest thing of all is last season, one of the games, United didn't play well, didn't perform well, wasn't able to create chances, and then yet, like, allowed the opponent to shoot 20 shots on goal. Had it not been Onana in the goal post, they would probably have lost a lot of games. They lost a lot of games too. You get it? So it's quite sad that Ten Hag at his level, despite a true managerial backing, investing in the squad, you can't really get them to play any good football. When Erik Ten Hag was at Ajax, you could see that they play very good football. They play tiki-taka. You could see how the lessons that he paid from Pep and how he was really one of the Johan Cruyff boys. But when he came to United after 2.5 years, there wasn't maybe one or two games where you could see that this was Erik Ten Hag's team. He failed to stamp his authority on the game. He failed to have his authority on the team, and he was causing problems in the It was causing problems in the dressing room. He had issues with Jadon Sancho. Had issues with Cristiano Ronaldo. Had issues with Marcus Rashford. Like, I can't understand. He was running Man United probably like an academy. You get it? Even though I believe that you're supposed to be a disciplinarian, I think he took it a bit far more, wasn't able to make good decisions, and he was tactically inept. He wasn't able to make sure United were playing good football or even attacking the opponents, were like things were not working for him, and he was still giving himself flimsy excuses. He wasn't a counter-attacking team, and he couldn't also play a possessive brand of football. So you ask yourselves, what was he really standing for? What was his identity? What was Ten Hag's style of play? I mean, his team was one of the worst coach sides in the Premier League, and I mean, many fans who watch Premier League, who watch Ten Hag, who watch Man United play in the Premier League will agree with me. They are really bad. They don't do any good thing, and they wanted to win games. I mean, so Ten Hag sacking is really justified. I think many United fans will be happy. For those who support City and their lives, I'm sure they will not be happy because I mean, everybody wanted to get their 3 point from Ten Hag, but now Ten Hag has been sacked too. I mean, it's one of those things. The thing is, when Ten Hag was brought from Ajax to Man United, he performed very well in his first season. He was third in the Premier League, and I think he led them to the Carabao Cup. So people were thinking that after a first season, improve upon your performances, improve upon your game, try and get the team to believe in you, try and get the fans to support you. But the football quality declined, the ability to create chances also declined. Nothing was working. His football style was really terrible. I mean, anytime you saw him play against Man City, he had to defend 11 in the box. Like, it was even that bad, and he still lost. You get it. He lost against Arsenal, lost against Liverpool, 7-0. Like, nothing about him was really working at United. And I think for him, Ineos has been fair to him and fair with him. And so sacking him is really a good decision for United fans. I'm told that the club is talking to Rúben Amorim, the Sporting CP coach. I also have information that Man City wants Rúben Amorim to join their club. But I mean, as I said now, David Ornstein has reported that Rúben Amorim Man United is in talks to sign Rúben Amorim, and then they're also saying that, and then there are also sources claiming that Man United want to sign Xavi Hernandez. But as I now, Van Nistelrooy is the interim manager. We get to see what he also has in his skill set. When he was at PSV, he was playing a 4-3-3 system. He didn't really do amazing, but he was second in his Eredivisie. But for you to know, Ten Hag was also first in his Ajax, but still didn't perform at Man United. So it's not really something that is guaranteed that he will perform at Manchester United. I mean, for me, I think that United should go and sign Rúben Amorim, because Rúben Amorim is one of the young guys. He has this Xabi Alonso, Mikel Arteta vibe on him. Give him a chance and time to improve. I think he will do well. And I think if they can't get Rúben Amorim, they should go for Unai Emery. Unai Emery is underrated. Man United should sign Unai Emery. This is a top-class manager who can bring United success in due time. Look at what he's doing with Aston Villa, the likes of John Duran, Ole Watkins, McGinn, Emiliano Martinez. Look at how he's transformed a relegation club that is Aston Villa to a Premier League title contender. So I think that Unai Emery should be given a fair chance. While we're talking about Ten Hag's failure to improve the Man United team, I think that a fair part of the blame must also go to the players, because what have they been also doing on the pitch? Man United have missed the most chances in the Premier League this season. They are unable to score goals, whether it is Emery, whether it is Højlund, whether it is Bruno Fernandes. Like, they struggle to score goals. And I don't know whether it's a plan from the players to sabotage the coach or it's just bad luck. But the players must also be held responsible, from Kobe Mainoo, Ugarte, like, they are not doing well. They didn't do well for the coach too, and they must also be spoken to. And then Ineos also must be blasted, because you see, Ineos have not been able to steady the ship they came to meet. They have not been able to steady the ship. This sacking would have been done a long time ago. Maybe after the season ended, within the international break, could have sacked Ten Hag and then given Van Nistelrooy some time to put certain things together and come back and then help the United team. Now United has to face Chelsea, and I don't know how they are going to face Chelsea, whether they are prepared or not. Because looking at what Enzo Maresca is doing so far, I think that Chelsea will cook them on the day, and nobody has to blame Van Nistelrooy because it's not his fault. Man United is a team that needs a lot of work. I think that they should sign Unai Emery if they have the opportunity. They should give Van Nistelrooy a chance. He plays in the 4-3 system. I think he can give them a fair standing, a fair ground, and they can probably get some wins. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section. The best is yet to come. Bye for now.